I could have sworn that that lady was going to come out once she heard that the bounty was going to get lowered. Steel Samurai? Steel Samurai right there. There's a Steel Samurai patch on this bag. Guess that bag must be Maya's. She probably left it here while she was performing that rite. Is this a piece of art of some sort? What a beautiful orb. Hmm? Is something the matter? Barbed head, take one step back. Okay, done. Did you spot something? Yes, your dismal reflection. It was ruining the orb's beauty. Did you have to put it that way? Like that, your benevolence? This TV is pretty cool. Wow. What show is this? It's the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. What the? It's based on Lady Kira and is the #1 action hero show in Kurain. The Plumed or Plumbed? I think it's Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. It sounds. Yes, it is an entirely original show created right here in our kingdom. Not so sure about its originality, given its overall look and that the theme song is something the matter. Well, it's just we have an action hero show back home that's really similar to this. I'm guessing this shows why Maya's so into Lady Kira. Honestly, the theme song is exactly the same as the one from Maya's favorite show, the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. It's a popular action hero show series filmed right in LA. Oh yeah, yes, Los Angeles. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Set in a city known as Neo Old Tokyo, it pits the Steel Samurai in Mortal Kombat against his nemesis, the Evil Magistrate. Maya's collected DVDs and merchandise from that series as long as I've known her. The Plumed Punisher seems awfully similar to the Steel Samurai. The Plumed Punisher originated here, in Kurain. Is that clear, Barbed Head? Yes, Your Benevolence. Note to self. Never suggest that again. A poster of the mountains? Oh, the Inner Sanctum Mountain is featured against those of other towering peaks. Those beautiful mountains are known as the Roof of Kurain. Ah, and I see they have even included Mount Pony Pony in that poster. Is that the smaller peak to the left? Known as the Little Sanctum, it is just west of the Inner Sanctum. Is it not also beautiful? But I suppose a lawyer with a defiled soul such as you could never perceive such beauty. No, that's not true. I think it's absolutely stunning. Is this that justice minister I met? But who's the woman in the picture next to him? She looks really important. Could she be the Queen of Kurain? What a magnificent altar. Of course it is magnificent. It is for the Holy Mother, after all. The Holy Mother? Is she that faceless figure there? Such insolence! How do you not know who Her Holiness is on sight? Do you seek to cross over into the Twilight Realm right in this instant? Sorry, it won't happen again. This is why lawyers are so despised. Now listen well. Depicting Her Holiness's face is the greatest taboo in all of Kurainism. There are none alive today who know what her face really looks like. And that includes the members of the royal family. Wow, now there's an unusual custom. It's gotta be one heck of a secret if even the royal family can't know what she looks like. Incense. This looks like a wastebasket. Hey! There's an envelope sticking out. There are 3 holes in the row near the top. Now, where have I seen holes like these before? Scourging around in other people's garbage like some stray dog. You are a pitiful creature indeed. What does it say here? Say what you will, but I've got a job to do. It says, to the High Priest. You cannot even read. You are even more pitiful than I had thought. Thanks, and I will keep your words of wisdom in mind, your benevolence. Guess I should have studied some Chinese before I came. So the envelope was addressed to the High Priest, huh? But it's empty. Still, there's something about it. I'd like to hang on. I better hang on to it. Lady Believe has not had a change of heart, and simply waiting shall not change that. Can't we wait just a little longer? I wonder if she'll ever open up. She won't, 'cause she's the murderer. Oh, you're still here. Lady Believe. So it's like believe in me and trust in me, got it. Do you think you're ready to talk? Is it okay with you, dear? Yes? Yes? I will let him know. Lady Believe, you don't have to speak to this lawyer if it is not your wish. No, it's quite alright. If my husband were still with us, he would say, as much as it pains me to have my lovely wife speak on such matters, if it would help to find the truth, then ask whatever you may. Okay. I'll take you up in your generous offer. Wait, did Miss Enemy call herself lovely just now? Well, whatever are you waiting for? Ask your questions quickly, so your departure may be just as swift. Yes, of course. Do you have any idea why your husband might have been killed? Was he acting different or doing anything out of the ordinary lately? No, I don't recall anything of the sort. This is really difficult. Did anybody have a grudge against him? He was a kind man, and one of peace. He would never do anything that would cause someone to bear a grudge against him. Oh, you little shit. I caught you. These are Psyche locks, or Psych locks. I don't know. This means Miss Enemy is trying to hide something from me. This is the Magatama Maya gave me all those years ago. And it has a really amazing power. It reacts when someone is hiding something, and allows me to see the psych locks that are holding that person's mind shut. Whenever I see any, I only have to touch the Magatama to try to unlock them. Unlocking them usually allows me to coax the truth out of someone. Hey, fuck you! Just picture Phoenix throwing the Magatama and it just sticks to their face. Okay. It appeared when I asked her whether anyone held a grudge against her husband. That must mean that Miss Enemy thought of someone who might have had such a grudge. What was that? There's a weird stud at the top left. Let's just stir the pot up a little bit and see what happens. Miss Enemy, I have an idea of who your husband's real killer might be. That would be Maya, would it not? No, of course not. It has to be someone with a motive to kill him. This is who I believe had a reason to kill your husband. The escaped prisoner, the rebel Dirk. I mean, yeah, wait. The escaped prisoner. Right? I believe the escaped prisoner killed your husband. He probably thought that your husband would get in the way of his escape plan. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so it's Dirk. The Dirk! The rebel leader, Dirk, killed your husband. He did it to stop the purification rite. He must despise Lady Kira for capturing his fellow insurgents. But were that the case, wouldn't he have also slain Maya for playing the part of... Okay. Alright then. Fine, Lady Kira. So it's like that Lady Kira. It was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Everyone's talking about her. I don't really see that's more likely than you think. I know not of what you speak. Really? Because she even made the front page recently. I am but a humble servant of Lady Kira. What reason would she have to kill someone as insignificant as I? Actually, I have something that just might show why Lady Kira would kill Abbott and me. Let's see, why? Oops. It's gotta be the... It appears to be from Lady Kira to the High Priest, so it's gotta be that, right? Yeah. Take that! For some reason I forgot that it said that... Yeah, that's right, her symbol was, like, at the end of the letter, meaning that it's possibly from her. This is a letter warning from Lady Kira. Maya found it. It was in the inner sanctum, and only Maya and your husband were there at the time. This letter reached its intended recipient. Your husband, the High Priest, did it. Okay, how did you know that Maya wasn't lying to you? And how do you know Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband ever did either. Sorry, but I have evidence that proves that this warning was meant for your husband. That's easy. Take that! Oh, fuck! Take that! Take that! Oh god, that was awful. What's that? It's an envelope addressed to the High Priest. The warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it? Hey. What nonsense is this? How can you prove this warning was delivered in this envelope? There's gotta be some way to prove it. Wait a second. Don't the envelope and the warning letter have something in common? I think there just might be something that links the envelope to the warning letter. There is? Yes. And the proof is right here on the warning letter. This spot of the warning letter proves that it was delivered in an envelope. Take that! The 3 holes in the envelope are in the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter. And if you fold the letter in thirds and place it on the envelope, the holes line up. As for what made the holes, I believe it was this! Take that! They were made by this war-bad arrow, one of the weapons favored by Lady Kira. The warning was folded in thirds, placed in the envelope addressed to the High Priest, and delivered to your husband on the points of this arrow. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? I admit the warning was sent to my husband, but he was not an insurgent. Then why did you keep it a secret? Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't. I guess that makes sense. if the rebel hunter was after him, I can see how people might at least suspect. We are a Kuranis kingdom. As such, rising up against the monarchy is the same as blaspheming Kurainism itself. Your husband was a devout priest of Kurainism, and you fear that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public. Yes, that makes sense. But is it the honest truth? What if the High Priest really was a rebel? The rebel hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still, this just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. Could you tell me a little more about the warning? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there by the side of our bed. It was by the side of your bed? Yes. We had the whole house locked up tight. And yet someone still managed to slip it in. Oh, it was so frightening, wasn't it, dear? But you didn't contact the police? Because you didn't want them to suspect your husband of being a rebel. That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Trust would still be alive today. Oh, lovely wife. No need to fret, my dear. My only regret is that I left you all alone. Barbed head, that is quite enough. Yes, you're probably right. Mrs. Enmy, I'm sorry to have bothered you at such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I am happy if I have helped. Your benevolence. May you swiftly shine light upon the truth. Barbed head. You seem bent on casting suspicion upon Lady Kira. And by doing so, you seek to deflect the blame from the real killer, Maya Fey. That is the only logical conclusion. Gnurk! I am in no position to disapprove her at this point. If I could only find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel. The only person who might know more about the aberrant Emmy would be Maya. They might be done questioning her by now. Maybe I'll stop by the detention center. My mother has said what? It seems I must go. Did something happen? Yes. My mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the High Priest's passing, and that she shall conduct the prayer of lament therein. Her Eminence has so decreed, has she? Oh, but she should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband. No, it is only natural, considering his meritorious service. The rite will be held at the palace. You are to accompany me there at once, Lady Belieb. Belieb. Thank you, your benevolence. My husband is most delighted, too. How wonderful for you, Miss Enmy. A direct decree from the Queen. That must be quite an honor. Barbed head, you are coming as well. Huh? But I don't have much time left to investigate. As the one charged with monitoring you, you must remain within my sight at all times. Besides, it will take but a moment. Now, come along. Ugh, arguing the point will probably just make things worse for me. I better let her have her way this time. Garon Palace. Audience chamber. Welcome, Lady Belieb. So this is the Queen of Kurain. What is wrong with you, barbed head? Show some respect. Huh? Oh, should I bow? Or prostrate myself? No, it is quite alright. Stay as you are. Mother. Your Eminence, I would like to give thanks to you. You honor both me and my husband. His exemplary service deserves to be honored. Oh, but what a terribly trying time this must be for you, Lady Believe. May my prayer comfort your soul, and that of your dearly departed husband. Nothing would please me more. Oh, Your Eminence, your words are wasted on my humble husband and I. Now that's what I call a commanding presence. So, you are the lawyer of whom my daughter speaks. Yes, Your Eminence, I am so very honored to make your noble acquaintanceship. I'm humbled to bask in your resplendence. Did I overdo it? I have no idea how to talk to a queen. Ho ho, may the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then, Lady Believe, let us go to the Chamber of Prayer. Rafa, you are to accompany us too. Yes, Mother. Ah, the Queen is seriously something else. Hey, the Prayer of Lament, huh? Don't see how that'll do any good. It's Justice Minister Inga. Who are you, buddy? Nice to see you again, Mr. Minister Inga. Again? Have we met? I'm Phoenix Wright. We met in the accused lobby the other day. Oh, right. Blue suit, jagged hair. You're that lawyer who brought my daughter down a peg or two. Your daughter? Yeah, Rafa. He's Princess Rafa's father? So he's Queen Garan's husband. Okay, you planning on sticking your fat nose in this mess too? The accused is a good friend of mine. Like I said the last time. You better watch yourself, see? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? You want to question me? That would be great. You got balls for a lawyer. Guess I can play along for a bit. But I got things to do, see? So we'll have to talk while I work. I wanted to let you know that I'm the defensive lawyer on this case too. What? Well, don't say I didn't warn you. You only won last time because that, idiotic prosecutor filed false charges. But it's gonna be different this time. I got Kurain's top prosecutor on this one, see? I don't care who I go up against. I'm going to prove my client innocent. You haven't forgotten that little thing I called the Defense Culpability Act, have you? Blow this one, and you'll suffer the same fate as the accused. How could I forget? Yeah, you lawyers are all the same. You strut your stuff till the DC Act comes down hard. Then you start begging and pleading for your lives. It's really hard to watch, I tell you. Well, I don't plan on letting it come to that. Were you the one that wrote the Defense Culpability Act? Heh, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you? Either way, as Justice Minister, I'm going to enforce the thing. It started as a way to counter the dirty tricks of your trade, like falsified evidence. But it turned out to be quite handy. Efficient, even. Handy? Efficient? Yeah, made my job real easy. Any goons who cross me or the Grand Administration are gonna get just what they deserve. Especially those rebel scum. You can get away with that here? Better watch your mouth, lawyer. I enforce the law in Kurain, you see. And being that I am the queen's husband, that makes me king. No. I'm pretty sure the queen is the boss around here. Go on, say what you're thinking, so I can charge you with less... I don't know what that is. I can't get myself arrested now. Listen up, lawyer. We got a low crime rate and a populace that lives in peace. And that's all thanks to the DC Act, so I don't want to hear any more lip about it. But I can't defend my client unless I speak my mind. Yeah, even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to even mean? Let's just say, I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. 'Cause you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. Say, White, you know what these are? No? What? Orders of execution. They really pile up if I start slacking off. What? It's funny, they all look the same. It's like you're condemning the same man over and over and over again. And tomorrow, I'll have even more work to do, processing the one for your little friend. And if you really do defend her, I'll have to add one more pile for you. Or one more to the pile. But you're not stupid enough to waste your life on that criminal, are you? Don't worry, I'll make sure to lighten your workload, Inga. I won't give you a single execution order signed tomorrow. I have returned, Barbed Head. Your benevolence. Are you done with the rite? Yes. It was performed flawlessly. Lady Belieb stayed behind to speak with Mother. I hope this will help ease her sorrow, even if just a little. So, you have been speaking with my father. Yes, you could say that. My father is a great man. He works tirelessly to keep the peace in our kingdom. Kurain, as it stands today, owes everything to the efforts of my mother and my father. You should feel deeply honored. Under normal circumstances, they would have never spoken so readily with a lawyer. Yes, of course. It seems Refa doesn't know what her father is really like. Well, now that we're done here, let's go see if I can talk to Maya now. Oh, it's you, Nick. The start of this song sounds like it's like someone's like using a can of spray paint or something. Maya, are you okay? The questioning wasn't too harsh, was it? Nah, I'm alright. How about you? Make any progress? Well, I haven't found any conclusive evidence that can prove your innocence. But I have a small lead. Really? But for right now, I'd like to ask you about the High Priest. Sure, ask away. By the way, what's the princess doing with you still, Nick? Doesn't she have anything better to do? Doesn't seem like it. I heard that. How rude. Of course I have many other things I could be doing. It's just as I thought. But do you think the High Priest could have been a rebel? A rebel? Why would you even think that? Because if he was, then the rebel hunter Lady Kira would have a motive to kill him. What? Oh, Princess Rafa overheard me. What idiocy is this? Avert in me, a rebel? It is beyond the pale. My mother has offered the prayer of lament to his soul. That is the sort of person he was. Alright. I was just raising the possibility. I will not listen to such tomfoolery. She stormed out. Oh well, nothing we can do about that. Do you recall the High Priest doing anything suspicious? Come to think of it, he seemed unusually restless during the rite. He kept glancing up at the sky, though I have no idea why. He was restless and kept looking up at the sky? That doesn't really tell us much, does it? Anything else come to mind? Sorry, that's about it. Guess this is all I'm going to learn about the High Priest right now. Oh, but there's one thing I should follow up on. There's a bird out there. I want to keep my spirit channeling ability a secret. Yeah, okay. Got it. Okay. With Princess Rafa gone, this might be my only chance. Maya, about what you said earlier. Why can't you tell anyone that you're able to channel spirits? Oh, that. You know how all the queens are also spirit mediums here? I heard. It was kind of a shock at first, though. In Kurainism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I see, so spirit channeling is a symbol of power and authority then, in that sense. I can see why you would look bad if a nobody from another country were able to do it too. Spirit channeling in the Kurain tradition was developed from a Kurainist style that was brought to the US via Japan. Seems to be a little backwards. Well, actually not backwards. But it seems like my clan's spiritual power is greater than that of the average Kurainese. It may be a quirk due to how our styles diverged, but I don't really know. So if spirit channeling is a power possessed by only the queens of Kurain, and it's a power that somehow made its way down the line to Maya, then I guess that makes Queen Grand and Princess Rafa distant relatives of Maya's? Anyway, it's not like there's some kind of rule about it. It's just, I'd rather not have it become an issue or anything. That's why mediums who come here to train hide the fact that they can channel spirits. I see. I had no idea it was so complicated. Either way, training here is a must to fulfill the qualifications needed to become the master. And what is the qualification to become the master? To be able to channel spirits of one's own volition without fail, every time. Like, remember how my spirit channeling was always hit or miss? I only ever succeeded about 30% of the time. Yeah, and it was more like spirits possessed her as opposed to her channeling them. So you can do it every single time now, whenever you want? Yep. At least, I think. You think? Well, I haven't actually tried channeling anyone since I completed my training here. But once I get back home, I plan on taking the final spirit medium test. I'll have to try channeling one spirit after another, in a marathon channeling session. Only those who pass the test are worthy of becoming the master, huh? Yeah, but I know I can do it. Could you try channeling Mia, maybe? Like right now? Like, I'm gonna ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. Right. Maya's the next big hope of Kurain Village. It's gotta be a lot of pressure. So speaking of the similarities, I've noticed another similarity between our countries besides spirit channeling. I saw a show on TV earlier that reminded me of the Steel Samurai. Oh, you must mean the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. Is this really gonna be a thing? So you've already seen the Plumed Punisher. You really don't miss a beat. Actually, it was her benevolence who told me about it. There is nothing a single person in Kurain who doesn't know of it. Or there is not a single person in Kurain who does not know about it. Oh, your benevolence. You're back. As the royal priestess, I am charged with monitoring your movements. So, I have changed my mind. For in order to fulfill my duty, I must avert my ears, not even from your blasphemous theories. Her sense of duty is commendable. But I wouldn't mind if she backed off a bit. Great timing, your benevolence. There's actually something I wanted to show both of you. Show off? Maya sure seems excited all of a sudden. Yep, ta-da! What's that? It's an ultra-rare Plumed Punisher strap. There's only one of them in the whole world. It's specially made to promote the TV. It was specially made to promote the TV show. You're the owner of this strap? Don't tell me. You're a Plumed Punisher fan too, your benevolence. No, of course not. Only little children watch that show. I have no interest in such things. Right. No, I'm telling the truth. Sure, let's just leave it at that. So how did you get your hands on that, Maya? I found a kindred spirit in the Plumed Punisher fan here in Kurain. It resulted in an exchange of cultures transcending national borders. And by culture exchange, you mean you swapped TV show promo merchandise? You bet. I traded my Steel Samurai watch for this strap. It's a super rare watch that plays the Steel Samurai theme when the alarm goes off. My newfound Kurainese friend was so happy that I got this one-of-a-kind strap in return. Guess there are people that like that wherever you go, even here in Kurain. Watch this. When you press the Magatama on the belt, it plays the it shows the theme song. That sounds just like the Steel Samurai theme song. What are you talking about? Can't you hear the folk instruments in the intro and the exotic tones throughout? Plus, the Steel Samurai has Japanese taiko drums that go daka don 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 in the intro. Plumed Punisher strap added to the court record. And it plays the theme when the Magatama on her belt is pressed. Right. I guess my ears just aren't as good as yours. Anyway, I have this amazing idea for a new show. The Plumed Punisher versus the Steel Samurai! I'm going to totally pitch it to some TV stations when I get back home. It's going to be a huge hit. Right, your benevolence? I have no interest in such things. Well, if nothing else. Talking about the Plumed Punisher has thankfully seemed to cheer Maya up a bit. It's getting late. Try to get some sleep, okay, Maya? And leave tomorrow to me. Okay, thanks, Nick. I think I've covered just about everything. Time to head back to the temple and go over everything I've learned so far. It's getting late. Won't be long till sundown. Mr. Wright, your benevolence? Are you done with your investigation for today? Pretty much. I thought I'd go over what I've learned so far. Care to join me? Yes, please allow me to help. Okay, first, we know that the High Priest received a warning 3 days ago. It was from someone claiming to be Lady Kira, and it told him not to perform the rite. That's right. It was that rebel hunter, but what of it? That's what I'm not sure of yet. Why would Lady Kira want to stop the rite? If you could solve that mystery... Right, I could figure out her motive for threatening the High Priest. It might be the break I need, but I just don't know enough right now to act on that lead. How unfortunate for you, Barbed Head. Your only hope is pure speculation. That shall not stand up in the Hall of Justice. You have no actual proof of Lady Kira's involvement in this crime, after all. Yes, the warning letter alone can't prove who killed the High Priest. I'll give you one last chance to withdraw before you are charged under the DC Act. Your benevolence. While it is true you did not forge or suppress any evidence, that is, perhaps, a product of my careful monitoring of your every move. I wasn't planning on doing anything like that in the first place, your benevolence. But I am going to prove Maya's innocence, within the confines of the law. How can you be so sure you will? Because of my undying faith in my clients. That is a lawyer's greatest weapon. What nonsense. You have chosen to dig your own grave. When next we meet, it shall be in the Hall of Justice. As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time, I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe. Tomorrow, I'll be defending Maya in that so-called Hall of Justice again. That whole seance thing makes trials here completely different from those back home. Plus, I don't have a shred of conclusive evidence. On the other hand, I've got plenty of confusion and anxiety to spare. I'll have to think of something. After all, I'm the only lawyer in all of Kurain. I have to do this. I will do this. I have to prove Maya's innocence, or if it's the last thing I do. Okay. I think I might stop here for now. But I don't really necessarily want to call this the end of a session, because I think I'm just going to play later today and just combine that footage with this footage into the actual whole session. So basically I'm just going to take a break. So, yeah. That was a long investigation, and I want to be all ready and focused for the trial, because I'll have to use what I learned in order to actually win. So, yes. I shall take a break, and I shall most likely come back and do the rest of this later today. So, all these videos should come soon, hopefully. Hopefully it's not like these, however many of these, I don't know how many hours this took. Hopefully it won't be like these parts, and then like a few days later, the next part comes. Hopefully it shouldn't be like that. Hopefully it should just be constantly, or consistently. I don't know. Who knows how it'll work out. But anyway, yeah. So this is not the end of the session, so I'm not going to say that's the end of this session, and I hope you'll join me next time. I hope that you'll watch the rest of this session whenever I come back to it. So until I come back to this session, then I'll see you later.